they best get this guy, because if he comes out and he's free, oh my
game
gosh.
over.
Can you imagine if he comes out and he's free, what his first live is going to be like? It could break the record. It'll be 100 million views.
That's why they holding him as long as they can, because they know they messed up. They trying to find something on them.
On YouTube, it'll be the talk of the world. It'll be banned in countries. It'll be feared, because if you go after a person like this, you better have proof to arrest them or get them. You don't go through somebody like this, because they become a big figure and their message becomes bigger, specifically to the people that didn't listen to it before or hated it. They're going to say, why are you trying to silence this guy? And you don't think Andrew's going to come out telling the story? It's going to be a very hard season for those that try to silence this guy.
Imagine shooting a man with your last bullet, and he stands there, unfazed. I will say this, because I say it on every single podcast. If they lock me up for some insane bullshit, I didn't do it.
The
Matrix has attacked me. If I carry on with the trajectory I'm carrying on, they're going to put me in jail. Because I'm too influential.
That's all it is. They mad at him because he's telling the truth. And everybody want him. They don't. Forget it. Let's get back to it.
For the people watching at home, they just need to sit and understand that the system does not make rules for the good of you. It makes rules for the good of the people who make the rules. And a lot of the life paths laid out to the average man at home today is not for their own good. It's only going to lead them to depression and misery.
Do you think you're a force for good?
I absolutely
Y'all pay attention, people.
I'm a force for truth. And truth is a good thing. Without truth, we're going to end up in absolute tyranny and slavery, and we're already on our way there.
It's already
I think there's a whole swath of the population, especially young men, that feel disenfranchised. I haven't put a magic spell on the world. The fact that people like what I say means that they agree with me deep inside. They may be afraid to say it themselves, but I am seen as a bastion of free speech and a bastion for masculinity as a whole, because a lot of men are largely forgotten about.
Andrew Tate.
We mad at him because he make his own money. He do his thing. And he influential to a lot of people, to a lot of men out there. And what it is they don't want, the government don't want all these strong men to have their own mind and stand up for themselves. That's why they're trying to soften all these men up for no reason.
He's one of the most wonderful human beings I've ever met in my life. I hate everything that's going on. Like,
I'll get back to
I'll
it
die on
later.
that mountain with you, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get on that hill. Where's the sword?
Why is the enemy of the state, so to speak?
Make us look weak.
He's got the hearts of young men.
And that's a threat.
Absolutely.
I feel like men nowadays need an Andrew Tate.
Yeah,
He's a guy who's motivating men to be men.
If you cannot control your own mind, then you go through life with zero control, zero influence. You can't control anything. You're just a feather in the wind, waiting for life to blow you from happy place to sad place to happy place to sad place.
True.
Completely hoping on the gods to be fortunate to you, because if any genuine discomfort comes your way, you're fucked. There is a large contingent of the population. There's a large contingent of men out there who don't want to wear makeup, who don't want to be girls, who don't want to be told they're toxic because they want to go to the gym, who want to drive nice cars, who want to have money, who want to have hot chicks. And there's nothing wrong with us. We are not evil. We are not bad. We're not misogynistic. We're not out to hurt anybody. Let me tell you one more thing. When bad things happen, they call men like us. The feminists who hate us and call us toxic, the second they have trouble, they'll call a police officer. Do you think they want a feminist male to turn up or a man like me and you? They need us and they use us. But the second we have an opinion, the second I decide to voice and talk about the things that we talk about, explain our points of view, they want to cancel us. They don't want us to speak. They just want us to defend them, build the railroads, build the roads, be the work.
What do you think a lot of these people don't want to come out and say anything? Because they don't want that to happen. Like how they did Andrew Tate. But if they get enough of us to speak out, they can't put everybody in jail.
Courses, be the slaves, and they think we're not allowed a point of view.
Kill
well, they made a
everybody.
fucking mistake, because I, like every great leader throughout history, charge first before my army. Cavalry
That's
charge
what
at the
I'm
enemy.
talking about.
You can cancel me.
Warriors, baby.
There's no evidence in my files. I've done nothing wrong. Everybody knows I'm innocent.
This
This is a huge injustice the way we see it. They should not be detained at this point. There are not even charges filed against them.
People are trying to set him up to look like he's something that he's not.
Masculine men have a duty to provide.
He should have been out of jail. He been in jail for too long. The reason why they got him in jail this long, because they trying to find something. Because if he get out, he gonna end up suing them for almost everything they got. So that's why they keeping him in there as long as they can, because they don't got nothing on them.
Provide and protect those they care about. We have a duty.
Or they'll try to make up some bullshit story, like anything else. Watch.
Do things we don't feel like doing because we know we're supposed to do them. And it's your duty as a man to stand up and say, I want to be as important and strong and good-hearted and God-fearing as possible, and I need to work hard to achieve those things. If you cannot control your own mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life. Because your own mind is the only thing you can control. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people. You can't even control whether your heart stops beating. You might have a heart attack tomorrow. You can't control anything besides what you think. There's no such thing as too much masculinity if it's genuinely masculine. Genuine masculinity is not out here to hurt people. It's absolutely the opposite. It's out here to protect. And when bad things happen, they call traditionally masculine men. If you need a firefighter, you need a masculine man. When you call the police because of the problem you have, you want masculine men. And as soon as a woman or a man is in trouble, when you look for backup, you look for masculine men. And masculine men have a duty to provide and protect those they care about. We have a duty to do things we don't feel like doing because we know we're supposed to do them. And that's why we stayed in the Titanic and died. And the dangerous thing about overly emotional men is that they're dangerous. They're genuinely dangerous. This is what's crazy. All these people who talk about toxic masculinity and how bad it is for men to be traditionally masculine. A traditionally masculine man does things he doesn't feel like doing because it is his duty to do them. He charges into the burning building.
I do that. I work 2 jobs, and I be trying to do videos. That's why y'all probably see me do videos every now and then, but I'm trying to do it every day. But yeah, a lot of us do things that we don't want to do, but we have to do them. It keeps our mind going, everything like that. So, I mean, I work 2 jobs. You damn feel like doing them, you know, but I work hard to get what I need to get. And what I want, I can get it.
Because it is his duty. Not because he feels like it, because it is his duty. We're now teaching the new generation of men that they don't have duty and they can just act on their feelings and act how they feel, and they don't have to act as a man should. Do you know what happens when you get men who just act how they feel? You get school shootings.
I was about to say school shootings and all that. Like, they acting off their feelings, their emotions.
You get violence, you get rapists. Men who cannot control their emotions are dangerous. If you find a man who is stoic, he's not going to hurt people. He's going to sit and think about his actions very carefully, and he's going to be a good man who protects and provides for his family. You find a man who just acts out on impulse and does whatever he feels like, you're going to find a dangerous man. Sitting here telling men to cry more and act with their feelings, and it's okay to feel this way, that way, etc., and have no self-control. That is why we have the problems we have in the world. Absolutely not really wrong. So when they talk about toxic masculinity, they have it completely inverse, on its head, completely not wrong. We need to be teaching stoicism. We need to be teaching young men to understand that the world is very, very difficult. It's hard to be a man. You're going to feel bad sometimes. You need to suck it up and perform anyway. Not just sit there and cry your eyes out and blame other people. We live in a comfortable world now where people think, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. But you know what? To some degree, it does matter. It does matter, and I'm going to tell you who it matters to. It matters to your soul, and it matters to God. I stand in the mirror with a pure heart. I know I am the best version of me that could possibly ever exist. I know that God is proud of me. There's nothing that God hates more than sloth and laziness. If God were to create a man and that man were to sit around and do fuck all, God will frown upon you. It's why you're never lucky. If you're listening to this and you think I'm never lucky, I'll tell you why, because God dislikes you because you're fucking lazy. Start to work. Start to show God the beauty of his own creations. You'd be amazed how lucky you'll become. God is unhappy with these people. And inside their hearts, they're unhappy. We talk about depression, anxiety. That comes from...
Let me tell y'all something real quick. Okay. As a lot of y'all know, my ex-fiance passed away, stuff like that. Okay, I got past that. I had like a month or 2 crying and soaking or whatever. But I eventually got up. I got to do something to work out. and stuff like that. A lot of people noticing me now. They're like, you got bigger. Like, yeah, I've been working out, stuff like that. I mean, it's all about controlling your emotions and stuff like that. But anyways, I got 2 jobs. Once I started my 2 jobs, it's always, everything is not going to turn out. You think everything be like, okay, everything good, everything turning out good. It's not the case most of the time. You want that, but it's not. A lot of stuff started popping up, and I had like, I didn't even know my license was suspended. Got pulled over for some dumb shit. Stuff like that. It's like, once you start doing good in life, you gotta expect the bad too. So it goes both ways to make it even itself out. So when you get the bad stuff coming, you gotta learn how to deal with it, and you will get past it. I mean, it's like they said, the storm don't last forever. So you just gotta put your brain there, like, well, it's gonna eventually get better, because there's people out there that's having it worse than you. But anyways, I ain't gonna tell y'all everything that's like going on in my life, but just know you have bad stuff that happens, and once you do good, once you start doing good, like real good in your life, it's just like a lot of bad stuff started to happen. Like, I ain't gonna say it's like real bad, but stuff just started getting in your way, and it's like you gotta try to learn how to get past it. So yeah.
Self-loathing. You loathe your own weakness. You loathe your own laziness. This is what all of these things are. I don't feel depression. How can I feel depression when I'm the most powerful version of me that I could ever?
Oh yeah, I used to feel that too. I had depression, but I recognize it. I meditate, sit down, like, cause it's like sometimes I get into these emotional spells, cause she passed away. So sometimes it's like she comes to my mind or whatever. I get into these emotional spells where I just like go off on people sometimes. I don't mean to do that, but sometimes like it's not like where I do it because people like at work, for instance. Be at work, it's just a lot of dumb shit goes on at work, and on top of me already have stuff going on in my head. They come to me about dumb shit. It ain't like I just cuss people out for no reason. I don't do that, but it be reasons why I do stuff. It ain't like I'm not a bad person or none of that shit. But yeah.
Fuck me. How can I feel depression when I can squeeze my own hand hard?
As far as depression go, meditate. Recognize that you feeling that way. Meditate. And exercise, work out, and you'll feel how much better you feel. They always want to put you on medication and stuff like that. You don't need that. It's all on you. You just gotta recognize what it is and do what you gotta do to make yourself feel better.
Hard enough to break my own bones. How can I feel depression when I've smashed and destroyed 68 people's faces in front of me? Men who thought they could test me in fair combat. How can I feel depressed? It's impossible. Do you understand?
You're right.
They're getting distracted by this, distracted by that, watching fucking Netflix, jerking off to Pornhub like jackasses. It's so easy to win if you can control your own mind. But it seems that nobody fucking can.
I'm learning that.
And that's how the people who run the world keep the world running, because they have all the slaves exactly where they need them to be, permanently distracted and semi-depressed, working their asses off in jobs which will never satisfy them and never pay enough money. That's the Matrix.
Hey Andrew, how do I get like a six-pack quick? What's the fastest way to get a six-pack?
Why does it have to be quick? Why does it have to be easy? Why do you think life is all quick and easy? Why can't it be hard and difficult? Why can't you suffer? Because suffering is what gives it value. If everyone had a six-pack and it was quick and easy, then it wouldn't be valuable, would it? If everyone walked around with a six-pack and they got it easily, then no one would give a shit. The whole
Hold on, this dog. Hey!
point is that it's difficult to get. Value is linked to difficulty. If you want something that is valuable, you need something which is difficult to obtain. The fact that you just said you wanted it quick and easily shows that your whole mental model is fucked. You shouldn't be thinking about quick and easy. You should be thinking about hard, suffering, pain, going through it.
Hey! Gizmo! Trying to do a video and they're making all that noise. I need a soundproof room where nobody can hear me and I can't hear nothing out there. Have me a nice little still lock on my shit, and everybody just leave me the fuck alone.
That's what you should be thinking about. This is going to be hard, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because when it is done, then everyone's going to know that I went through something difficult. Why do you want it to be quick and easy? Don't you understand how defeats your mind is? Your mind is broken. Your mind is broken. I say that life as a man is exceptionally difficult. I say the most beautiful and the most terrifying thing about being a man is you're born without value. Society doesn't care about you. You're only going to be cared about based on how useful you are. You have the chance to build yourself up and become a superhero if you're prepared to do the hard work and be indefatigable enough to never quit. But if you're going to stand around and wait for a handout, nobody's going to ever respect you. I think that the world's never going to think you're important unless you make yourself important. I think you get to decide what character you want to be in this movie, which is your life. You can decide if you want to be a comedian or a musician or a fighter. You get to decide what you want to be, and if you work hard enough, you can become it. It's the denial that's going to hold you back the most. The people who go, yes, I'm wasting my potential, those are the ones who have potential. The ones who stand up and go, I am wasting my potential, I could be anything, and I am not that yet. They have a chance.
Right.
This stream actually, like, I'm pretty sure changed, like, lives. I swear to God. Like, you changed lives just now.
I hope so.
Oh, you did.
This goes to show you that the world is trying to program men to be weak. The world is trying to program men to be spineless. The world is trying to program men to be a whole bunch of beta male simp manginas. The world is trying to silence you, and the world does not want men to think for themselves. Because as a man, if you can't think for yourself, somebody is going to think for you. Therefore, it makes you more easier to control. Now, let's take it a step further. If you look at
I get on my son about that, making a decision, cause he had this thing where he was like, you gotta make a decision. You gotta make a decision in life. It could be a hard one, could be an easy one, but you gotta make a decision. Don't let nobody else make a decision for you.
History. Now there's this quote that says, history tends to repeat itself. Now if you look back, Martin Luther King, he had a voice, a powerful voice. And guess what happened to him? Executed. If you look at Malcolm X, very powerful, a man of color, executed. Now, if you look at Kevin Samuels, I truly believe to this day, he did not die of natural causes. He was assassinated because when Kevin Samuels was a nobody, everything was fine, and then all of a sudden he starts to blow up, then all of a sudden he died. Now, when it comes to Andrew Tate,
they want men to be men. They want us to be weak and soft. We're not women.
A man who speaks out against the lies that the program has told you. He tells the truth and wants men to be masculine. And guess what happened?
That's what I like.
Banned, thrown in jail, injustice.
And the crazy part is he telling y'all what's going to happen before it happened. But y'all don't pay attention. Y'all keep painting him as a bad guy. He telling y'all what's happening. They said they're going to throw him in jail. They said then they're going to end up killing him. He telling y'all what's going on right now. But y'all not paying attention. You're not registered. You got to pay attention.
I was born in violence.
But yeah, I get it off.
Grandpa, when I found the bird, I prayed. God.
That's it. But yeah, he telling the truth. But a lot of people don't want to listen to that. They got these people so brainwashed out here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if you be free. Y'all let me know so I can do a video on it. Cause that's my guy. That's my man right there, Andrew Tate. But yeah, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Pain, live the grind, I could change in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win at life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat.